Gentlemen, welcome to the June 18th, 2019 meeting of City Hall here at 4:30. We would ask Mr. John Carroll to lead us into a brief prayer, please.
Sure, Mayor. God our Father, we come to you now with a heart of thanksgiving. And God, we thank you for this day that you have blessed us with. We thank you for your mercy and grace that you've extended unto us to allow us to assemble ourselves together this evening at 4:30 p.m. as we seek to conduct the business of the city of Canton. We ask now for your blessings and your guidance to be upon the mayor and the board of aldermen in the decisions that they make. We ask if you govern us as citizens, dear Lord, as we come and stand before this mayor and board of aldermen, that our words be ordered aright, that we'll speak the things that are for the benefit of the city of Canton. It is in your son Jesus' name that we pray. Let us all say,
Amen. Amen. We will ask all of those who are here today to please silence their phones, Android and iPhone. Alderman Rodriguez Brown. He is here. Alderman Fred Esco. Alderman Eric Gilkey. Here, Alderman Andrew Grant. Here. Alderwoman Vicky McNeil. Here. Alderman Les Penn. Here. Alderwoman Daphne Sam. Here. The mayor calls for adoption of the agenda.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Motion. Just a moment before we go. Did the honorable attorney ask the question whether we needed to add something? What is that something? What are those items, John?
I think it's on the back page of your agenda. The first one is the appointment of Deputy Chief Kenneth Pierce Jr. to Fire Chief in the Fire Department, and Public Works and Executive Session as a matter. Public Works Department, excuse me. Excuse me, I stand corrected on that. Not Public Works Department, Building and Zoning Development.
That's in the very same item as well.
Building and zoning?
Yes.
That's an executive item?
Yes.
What is the pleasure of this board?
Both of them?
No.
It has to be a unanimous, yeah.
Mayor, if I may, for clarification, I wrongly stated Public Works Department. It should have been Building and Zoning,
Right, executive matter,
Executive Session.
in executive session. There are two items that's been brought before us as add-on to the agenda. The first item is in regular meeting, and that is appointing the Kenneth Pierce as chief of police effective July 1st. Fire chief, thanks. And the other one is a personnel matter as relates to zoning and building. I don't think that's executive matter though. Yeah, it's just us agreeing to what his recommendation.
Speak in terms of the,
It's just not acquisition, acquisition of property.
The fire chief is not, no, it's not an acquisition, it's an appointment. Is that right, Jeremy?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Yeah, that's added to the regular agenda.
Yes, sir.
still.
Fire chief is not, okay. Really, you know, we all in state with this, so. I know. Let's say it's not private, but the business owner, there will be personnel.
Not if it's just an appointment. Yeah.
You can do either one, so it doesn't matter. We'll go with what we have.
Okay, it must be some things we can discuss.
I guess salary. That would be. Is that all right with you? She said she was just giving these 60 seconds. You know?
So, Jimmy, you said add. did send out the email in place too, so.
Yeah, Jimmy is the one that we're adding. I wrongly stated Public Works Department, so disregard that part.
Zoning and
But the
building.
zoning and building and zoning department is the one I
think
meant
that
to
zoning
state.
and building should be in personnel also.
Yeah, that's a personnel
And
matter.
executive session.
Okay,
Right.
we'll discuss. We'll go.
Yeah, we'll discuss.
We will. Well, good.
And then, also, I'd like to remove item 8, M, the moratorium. I'd like to remove it for now until, we can all review it. Attorney Banks sent us today on that topic.
So she does what?
She sent us out an update on the ordinance of, the moratorium. Since it's not actually expired yet, I think we need to.
It hasn't, what I sent you all was a letter, not getting too much into detail, but I sent a letter that was Attorney Will brought up, of the issue that came up last time, and then I advised him if he had a question, he would be asking, so.
So you said it shouldn't be discussed today.
I'm not saying that, but I do think there could be some litigation issues that you might need to talk about. I do think that.
So we need to table it.
Put
Or
it
you
in
might
executive
take
session.
my executive session.
Yeah, I think it'd be good.
Okay.
Session to discuss.
All right.
Put some things out.
Let's do this
Okay,
then.
well, my motion will just be to move item, get back to where it was, M to executive session.
Do we have, it's gonna require unanimous. Do we have a motion? Do we have a second? All in favor? Unanimous, carried. What was your vote, Ms. McNeil?
What would you vote on the
Dale.
No, we just don't remove an item.
We moving.
item to executive session? You vote for it?
Okay.
All right, there we go.
Unanimously carried. As relates to the matter of the chief to be added to the agenda,
Motion.
Second.
all in favor? Motion carried. We will make that item, D, E, F. Can we make it F1?
Yeah.
Okay.
F1. I need a motion to add the matter of the zoning and building to executive session.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carried. Alderman Esco.
Yes, sir. I want to add that we, require that the cash funds be made in the form of a cashier's check or money order.
That's from what source?
For the,
Is that police? Is that multi-purpose? Is that flag?
court service.
Talking about what we discussed yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Court service?
We discussed it, but
Okay.
it wasn't on the agenda. So,
I wanted to research that one.
okay, can we do that pending?
Yeah,
Yeah, pending research, the attorney. Okay, F2 is the,
It's just a F1, F2 was,
your F2 is the funds by money order.
okay,
Two. Okay, I motion and.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carried. Did y'all get Vicky's vote?
Didn't go.
She didn't vote, okay.
You support the motion, Vicky?
What was that one?
Okay, she said yes.
Les,
Sir,
what was that one?
that was all as there.
Zoning,
Now we just approve the agenda with those modifications.
that's zoning and building. Okay. Okay. We adopted the agenda.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carried. We have before us today, I should say the library itself. Ashley, Maya, Ms. Greenwood, and the other two gentlemen. You guys have names. You just held your hand up,
Oh, Lake Dodson.
okay?
And Wayne Lindsay.
Which are amazing. They're going to present today to the city a brief short film entitled Heart of Holler. Would anyone like to stand and share with us how this came about, the
Yes, sir.
significance, the impact?
Thank you for having us here today, Mayor Truly, and we appreciate the support that we always get from the city of Canton. I think the last time we were here, we spoke about this film. We had a showing at the library, and I know that y'all were not able to attend, so we recently submitted our budget request for the upcoming year, and generally we come and speak about that, but we wanted to do something a little different. We wanted to share with you some of the stuff that's been going on at the library and let you see a product of the work that we've been doing. This is from our digital lab at Canton, and William Lindsay and Blake Dodson, two fine young men, are actually responsible for this film as part of a project that we did along with Dr. Wilma Clopton, who is a documentary filmmaker and professor at Tougaloo, and she did a session with them regarding documentary filmmaking. First semester of this past year, they learned the techniques of documentary film, and then this is the product of the second semester, and actually the film that they submitted for Mississippi History Day at the University of Southern Mississippi. It is a film about the Hollow here in Canton, and won third place, which we are very proud of. I should also point out it was the only film entered that was sponsored by a public library. So this is our first time, so we're very proud that we won third place for our first time, and we wanted to share it with the people here in Canton because it is an important part of our history.
Thank you.
Every weekend, I got a chance to go to the mall, and I was probably 10, 11 years old. I would go up with my dad, and once you hit the Hollow, everything was just like boom. You would hear James Brown blasting on one side, and there would be others, B.B. King on the other side.
Hollow has its own heartbeat, you know what I'm saying? It has its own soulful tone, you know, like once you get to Hollow, you know you in Hollow.
A hollow, named after the Ducks Holler and the flooded streets when it rained, was a thriving black community during the age of separate but equal. Restaurants, theaters, and even cities were cut into sections, whites only and blacks only.
Very segregated. Jim Crow law was full of land when I was a child. So when you got out on the square, you had white and black restaurants. And then at Kansas City, you had the Bible for the black folks. And the Nashville was for the white folks. Washington, white house. And the old Winston came to marry that was in the school. On campus that day. He was there. All the tear gas all over the campus. That's a different deal. Campus was highly segregated.
Although segregation between the races was the law, not everyone was comfortable with the idea.
Hardware store, yes, black people come in and buy just like white people could, or in a tire store or automobile store, you come in and buy. In a restaurant, they could not come in and sit down in a restaurant and eat with black folks. So that was one of those things that absolutely makes no sense whatsoever, but that's the way it was, and that's the way we were brought up to function that. Nobody was really comfortable with it. That I knew.
That's right.
Everybody knew that that was
forms handed out to people.
We had a name, and, I needed it, she wanted my Bible on one occasion. That absolutely understood that I was mad at her when she told me to do something. But, we got into town, she could not drink out of the same water fountain that I drank out of. We had white and black water fountains, we had white and black bathrooms, we had white and black seating arrangements.
During that time. You had business owners, you had barber shops down there, you had sandwich shops,
It was a busy street. This was a real busy street.
Saturday was the biggest day of the week by far, and it still is not the biggest place. It was a huge day. If you didn't make it on Saturday, you didn't make it business, which is that.
and over on Short Henry Street, you had Dr. Bowman, who was the father of Sister Thea Bowman. He was a doctor physician here in our city.
It was here in Holy Child Jesus where Sister Thea Bowman was venerated into the Catholic Church. Beforehand, she was born Methodist in Yazoo City, Mississippi, but grew up during her high school years here in the Hollow. Yet another reminder that the Hollow was a cultural hub for the Black community and brought out the best Canton had to offer.
In order for us to know who our heroes were, we had to go to the Black movie theater. And where we were inclusive of all cultures, because I think the greatest culture for us at that particular time when it came to self-defense were Bruce Lee movies. Every Black kid my age, Bruce Lee was their hero.
And may I say, history during that time was like, the positive representation of the Black community, because, that was a proud area, in the area of pride during that time.
But it couldn't last forever, and after integration came into effect, so did the end of the Hollow.
My mother was working in Nelson Kaufman's office on the square, and she, looked out the front window, and she saw the phone come down out of the clouds, and hit the courthouse dome, and she said it looked like a dome kind of skewed around, it had straight, like, she saw the phone laying on the house. Didn't do that much damage to the courthouse, and it flew on, it jumped up, she was sitting there in Nelson Kaufman's office watching.
I was one of those persons that was in that tornado. We were some of the first ones that it hit. And it was unexpected when it hit because we didn't have any warning. We lost everything we had, but I thank God we're still here.
The tornado of March 29th, 1976 marked the beginning of the end of the golden age of the Hollow. With segregation over and no need to stay in the Black community exclusively, families dispersed and wealth dispersed as well. This was the price of integration.
The day the music stopped playing, so did the livelihood of the Hollow.
The effects before and after the tornado.
Yeah.
What did integration actually do for us in the Hollow?
Well,
I mean, that's just a point that I guess the integration, when we started being able to go to the shopping stores uptown, when people started.
We abandoned.
Keyword, access and integration. When you think about it and you look back at it and you look at the society that we're in, capitalistic society, now my dollar means a little bit more, and I can utilize a more quality state of living. I can go somewhere else and get quality clothing at a better price. This is what integration did to some degree. The more access we got to things, the more we started even disagreeing with each other. Yeah, we didn't support each other. The Black business itself was no longer supported. We supported the Kentucky Fried Chickens. We supported the McDonald's. We supported Sonics. So the Black business that was doing the same thing was abandoned. We didn't have to go through the back door anymore. We could go through the front door. We didn't have to put our money on the counter and expect it to be put back on the counter. People were actually handing money back to you and saying, "Thank you, sir," and "Thank you, ma'am."
we're gonna do a little better than that. We're gonna stand.
All right.
That's, I just want to say to Lake and the other William. His own name. This is an astonishing documentary. I think that it needs to be in all of our schools, in all of our hearts, in all of our churches, and all of our homes. It actually spoke to the truth as to the history of the Holler, where it was then, and of course, where it is now. It is, hold on, Chief.
Okay.
I mean, it is so gracious that you guys took this moment and took this history and told the truth through a diversity of Cantonians. Tell, I don't know whether you should get the Oscar or not, but in any event, it was so powerful and so beautiful. And hopefully we can continue to have that kind of dialogue in our community. It only brings us closer together and not further apart. This was really great. I need my copy today.
Yes, sir.
And any and everyone else who has a copy, or whatever link that we can go to revisit this treasure that you guys have created. And on behalf of the Mayor and the Board of Aldermen and the City of Canton, we graciously thank you for this artistry. Thank you.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys need to stand and exercise your vocal cords.
Yes, sir. Well, firstly, there is actually a link. We posted it on YouTube under the title Heart of the Hollow Final. If any of you want to revisit it or just see one scene in particular.
Thank you all for wanting to watch it to begin with. We really appreciate everyone who did get to see it. There's always more to do, and we're hoping to do a little bit more editing to get it prepped for film festivals, such as Crossroad Film Festivals. So any and all feedback is very much welcome. Any further interviews would be much appreciated. It's an ongoing development. It doesn't just end here.
I was gonna ask you that when you're gonna add more to it at this point. And you may have more people willing to come forward with more stories to add to. But it was a great piece to watch.
Well, I have an Oscar-winning story for you. And that's if you could just do a day in the life of the mayor and the board of aldermen.
They had to drop out of school and become millionaires.
Thank you all so very much.
Thank you.
Oh, Vinny wants to buy one.
Okay. As it relates to the claims docket, do we have a motion? Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carried. Opposed the vote?
I was for.
6-1.
Pass the claims docket. She voted for it.
6-1.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
This particular time, we'll hear the budget report.
Mr. Mayor, if I can interrupt for a minute, and I do apologize.
Okay.
I did overlook one item on the payroll docket. I forgot to put that on there. It's kind of vital and important to us employees. So if we can add
Sure
that,
is.
so if we can add that, we sure would appreciate it. And to save my life, please
We
add
need a
it.
unanimous vote.
Motion.
All in favor? Motion carried.
Thank you, guys. You're a lifesaver.
You support that, Vicky?
Vicky, you want any paid?
Yeah, I would, we voted for the, but that's all right. Go ahead, Chief. Yeah, we, okay, she's voted.
You got it?
The motion passed unanimously. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. Okay, this is the May 2019 budget report. The front page has the revenue, and our revenue is a little less than ad valorem taxes at this, during the month of May, through the month of May than we anticipated. So, the overall revenue is $135,000 less than we anticipated. But we do hope that we will get that up around August time for an ad valorem tax when we do sales, private tax sales. The second page, shows the total expenses for each department. I can, just highlight the, major department says over budget, supervision and finance is over budget by $486,000. $169,000 of that is due to the, liability insurance payment. And then we've got $38,000 that we're over budget in travel. We're over due to camp redevelopment, $50,000. And we're over in annexation expenses by $127,000. We anticipate an end of fiscal year overrun in annexation expenses of $187,000. I need some help with this, annexation. Especially for the upcoming fiscal year 2020.
Okay.
To understand what our cost will be for Mr. White and to negotiate a cap maximum.
On annexation, we need to have a cap of 0.
We need to have a cap, cause
Yeah.
right now it's just kinda open.
Okay.
So anyway, we'll get together.
We want to set that meeting up with Chad. Let's talk amongst ourselves first.
Okay, we just get together first. I'll get with you next week.
We won't do it next week.
Oh, yeah, the next, we got the next day. And the police department is over by $46,000, primarily due to, overtime, and we're looking to be reimbursed $20,000 of that. We have not received any reimbursement from the grant yet. We've submitted the reports, I was told that they're working on it, but we haven't gotten it yet, so hopefully they'll be coming soon. Court services is over budget by $15,000, primarily due to court assessment fees. The fire department is under budget, $195,000 due to payroll timing differences. Building and development is under budget by $15,600 in payroll. Public works was slightly under by $5,000, we do anticipate that increasing. The cemetery department is over budget by $31,000 in payroll due to an unbudgeted position. Parks and Recs is under budget $63,000 due to the seasonal workers just started in May, so we do anticipate that increase. Multipurpose arena is over budget in repairs and maintenance by $15,000 and over in utilities by $10,000. And landfill revenue budget was $79,000 less than we anticipated after the budget amendment. But the expenses are also $27,000 less. So long as we keep the expenses at a minimum, we can manage that budget. Any questions?
Is there any questions?
That's the end of my report, there are no
Take a
questions.
motion to accept the budget report.
Thanks for all the good news.
Okay.
Do we have a second? All in favor? Motion as relates to the routine agenda. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the payroll.
Motion. Second.
All in favor? Motion carried. As relates to item 6D, I don't think either one of us had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Jacob Baldwin about the point that we discussed yesterday as it relates to their share, wishing to have to share an investment compared with this road. Hopefully we can table this.
We'll just table it until next meeting. I wasn't able to talk to him and I missed, a little bit. I know I was kind of rushed yesterday on that. I didn't talk to him.
We have a motion? All in favor? Motion carried. Thank you. Conduct a hearing to approve the cleaning of private property. That's you, Jimmy. 6E. There are 5 items?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Yes, sir.
The first property, is at the corner of 7th Street and Bellevue Avenue. This is for grass cutting. Property belongs to Linda Russian. Is anybody present in the audience to speak?
What is the pleasure of the board?
Andrew, is that you?
All in favor? Motion carried.
The second one on the agenda is 114 Finney Road. Again, grass cutting, MacArthur and Brenda C. Butler Wiles, property owners.
What is the pleasure of this board?
Motion. Second.
All in favor? Motion carried.
Is that on the corner? Where's that house? Oh, that, okay, never mind, yes, it's across the street on that corner.
The next property is 521 South Union Street, owners OC and Shirley Brown. This is scheduled for a vote on demolition, tearing the house down.
What is the pleasure of this board?
South Union Street. Motion. Second.
Just a minute. Is there someone here? No?
OC or Shirley Brown, Chief, what you got? The chief, that chief.
Is that you?
Tear it down?
Yes.
Okay. Tear it
Okay.
down.
All in favor? Motion carried.
The next property is 415 Cameron Street.
Motion. Second.
All in favor? Motion carried.
The last property is 222 North Harvey Watkins Drive. And I have somebody here present who would like to speak to that.
Harvey, what, yes, please. Who was that?
Here.
This is for cut grass and weeds, remove trash and debris.
That actually is also, I'm failed to put on there, it's also for demolition.
Also for demolition?
Yes, sir.
And it's under the demolition list for how long?
Long time.
Very long time.
What's a long time, like 2 years, a year?
The board actually voted a few years ago, I think, to tear the house down, and there was something in the way that happened. I can't remember what that
Okay.
was, so we bring this back up.
Okay, yes, sir.
Well, I'm in Harvey, I'm trying to.
I'm sorry. Could you just let him share with him your name again, please?
Oh, Caesar Cortez.
You have that, John?
See, what's the last name?
Cortez.
Cortez?
Yes.
Thank you.
Go ahead, sir, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I'm in Harvey, she just recently purchased a property, so she didn't know any of this, this bill was going to be demolished and destroyed.
But you knew Mr. Caesar, because you've been up here before, yes, you have.
Okay, yes.
You've been working on the house for her.
Yes, ma'am, but I
Uh-huh.
see everything, I told her about it, but she was trying to get permission, she told me to stop right here, I did that, and I've been working with Jimmy, telling him about that and all that. So I let her know about it, she said, well, Jimmy said, well, she needs to come out here. So she worked during that time, and she Now, she bought the house back in, May, I believe, or April. So she waiting to buy the property this year.
What Ms. Ramirez has is a quick claim deed to the property.
What was the status of the house at the time she purchased the house? At the time she, was in control of the quick claim deed? What was the status of the house? Structurally, plumbing, electrically?
Well, really, she went to look at it, you know, she believed, her husband and said, well, we could get it fixed, you know? That's what, just built a lot of grass in front of the house, but, you know, it could be cut. He did that,
Was the house substandard at the time she got a quick claim deed?
It is, I believe it is, yes.
Who she received a quick claim deed from?
I believe it was long investment.
Long investment.
We show the property owner as the owner of
Loan
property.
investment.
Someone probably paid.
We tried contacting Ms. Williams before, we were unable to do so.
So how did she go about finding out who owns that home and to contact that individual?
Well,
So did she come up here, did someone come up here to find out who actually owns that home or the status of that home?
No, we looked up on the internet and it said, property for sale, so that's how.
Okay.
Property, you know?
I'm sorry, so it had a sign in the yard that says property for sale,
Mhm.
and that was the gentleman who's selling that piece of property there, is that correct?
The SKL Long Investment Property Road? Yes. She bought it from them.
In the process of purchasing the property,
Mhm.
were you with them at that time?
Yes.
You were,
Mhm.
okay, and you allowed them to sell a quick claim deed as opposed to a
Well-
warranty deed?
Well, I really didn't realize, you know, cause I've done it before and a few years back, you know, so, I mean, I thought it was okay. But it has happened for years back, you know?
Quick claim deeds don't have warranties.
Sure,
A lot of times people use quick claim deed just to.
Right,
Yes,
that's
sir,
what,
and I have explained that to Ms.
that's what it was paying me, you know, cause back then whenever, Don Lawrence was here, working with you, he retired, you know, when I used to buy property years back, you know, he never asked for no warranty or anything like that. So now, I just came in here and said, well, I bought a property back in, 2012, 13, I believe. I bought a property out there in, 446 Roosevelt. I bought it as doing like a quick lane, and I fixed it up, and I lived there for about 3 years, you know? And that's it, I sold it, and there, you know, I thought it was okay.
Well, to me, this is a bigger issue. This is a predatory issue as far as I'm concerned. It appears to me there ought to be an ordinance somewhere where substandard houses can't be sold.
Yeah, well, it's been on this.
Is that? We don't have that ordinance as we sit here today.
They probably could pass some kind of inspection before they.
Well, this
Yeah,
is,
but-
this is from the tax sale as well, Mayor.
Well, I guess what I'm talking about is that there's a missing link. And the link is the process of selling a substandard house to a purchaser in which the house is known to be substandard and dangerous to life and welfare. So we are allowing property dwellings in our community to be sold substandardly. That's actually injurious to an individual. And I'm missing the inspection process, the inspection part that prevents this.
I don't think we can actually, I guess, prevent those things like that.
Well, we
from
can
happening.
today.
Well, no, I'm just saying, let me finish. And once, we have our ordinances or our building codes that will address, those substandard homes. So if it is sold, to whomever, that's not our jurisdiction at that point.
Yeah, no.
Once they try to, I guess, get an inspection permit or what have you, that's when, I guess at the time, you know, it has to meet these specifications that we have in place. Now, whether or not our codes are stiff enough, you know, that's remains to be seen, but I don't think that, you know, we can prevent them from quit claiming. You
But
know,
can we prevent through ordinance, and I'm asking the attorney this, can we prevent through ordinance in this community, under home rule or whatever rule, through ordinance, the selling of substandard homes?
That's gonna be tough.
That's gonna be, well, you have to look at that from a family, you can't restrict commerce.
You can't restrict commerce, and you can restrict effective commerce.
You can, but you have options. I guess when this matter came before the board on previous occasions, it could have been I mean, there are options the board can take, but we have to look at it on a whole to see how we could prevent substandard housing.
Yeah, and I think that's the answer I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Just an exploration, whether if it can be done, it can't be done.
You know, we can vote to have the house torn down and not give her or allow them, you know, I mean, not allow it to be taken off the demolition list and pushed forward.
That's what, we're just gonna go ahead and get it, back in December, you know, trying to get it fixed, you know, for somebody to live there. She wanna live there with her husband and, because, you know.
Is that what you offering her?
That's what she wants. She
I mean, are you the one to do the construction?
No, her husband, he works in construction, so he's the one who's gonna do all the work.
You're just here to communicate.
That's right.
Okay.
So that's what she was asking, if she could like, you know, take it off the list and get a permit or some type of,
Okay.
permit for her to get the house, back in December, which is, that's where Jimmy comes along and say, hey, you can't do that because, you know, you need a warranty.
I've told Mr. Cortez before, I will need a warranty deed or deed of trust to show us clear title to the property instead of a quick claim deed. That way I can feel comfortable issuing a building permit to Ms. Ramirez.
If the board decided to take it off.
It's more decides to, that's correct.
Now, I gone to the, out here, the county clerk, they said, we sure have a problem trying to get a permit, cause you already got a quick claim deed or whatever, they said that it's okay. Now, he said that I didn't want to be or not, so it's like, why do the state sell property, you know, sell, whatever, and then the city won't allow to get a permit, just get it back in Congress.
He's just trying to prevent you.
Right,
He's not issuing a permit simply because it was on the demolition for the most part. So.
Right, which he can't unless we.
Yeah, right, exactly, so he has done his portion of it.
Well, we're talking about a house that's gonna be added to the tax roll, is that right?
Yeah.
What's the time frame on your husband, on her husband fixing the house?
No, cause you've already had almost 2 years. Those people in that area complain, little children go over there, they're cutting themselves on grass, we had some yellow tape to try to block it off. There's no way that house is gonna stay up there looking like that for 6 more months.
Would y'all consider giving her a chance? That's what she wants, trying for her to get it back in.
Well, it sounds like Ms. Sims is the most up to date on this property,
And he is too,
Yeah.
cause he's over there working on it, you know how the house look.
Working on it?
Yeah, I've seen you over there.
You see me out there working?
It wasn't you.
I know I had mine.
There's a lot of times to learn this.
That's what our Kevin said.
I know it's
But
probably.
Debbie, how much work has the house improved at all?
I mean, it's like wide open. If you drive over there now, you can like see inside of the house. And it's been like that for a long time. I mean, the citizens been complaining.
I got pictures of it, you know, cause we put boards, you know, for the house. I cut the grass myself. And if your son cut the grass, you know, that day your son
Well,
cut the
it's
grass.
been like that.
Yeah.
When did you say she purchased it?
This
Like
year.
in May?
This year.
Like in May or April, I'm not really sure.
So who was working on it prior to her actually acquiring it? He was.
I was just helping her with, you know,
How did you help her when she didn't even own it at the time?
What do you mean? She already purchased the house. I mean, like, I helped her with it.
You said she purchased the house back in May?
May or April, I'm not really sure.
So.
She said, can you get the grass? I could grass for her, you know?
So April, May, so prior to April or May, who owned the house prior to that point?
She said.
Where's it from?
It's right here in the picture.
Well, you said she just purchased, the house has been sitting there according to Daphne.
This year.
For the loan.
No, she just purchased the house this
So-
year. It's right here,
so she
black
said
and white.
Well, who is Long Investments? Maybe we need to talk to them.
Well, yeah,
Who is that?
all the way in, North City, I'll give you a phone number, well, like, you know.
The address is Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Most people, they do a title search, they have power attorneys to do a title search, you know, before they purchase any property. You know, and, you know, somebody should have done their due diligence to do that in advance before the transfer or acquisition of property. So somehow, y'all left that part out, and you just went and got a quick claim deed, and that's just not the way to do it. You know, you wanna get your attorney, and so that they can do a title search, and they'll go to the record, and they'll search the title. But somehow you all left that stage out. Why?
Well, we just talked to her, they said everything was okay, you know, we just go by the word, and, you know, that's what we did.
It's not good.
Now, after we found out that, we couldn't do anything with it, I called her and we tried to get our money back, but now we was good.
Yeah. That may
So
be-
she left out of a few $1,000, you know, and then the city said, no, you can't do anything to her, so we stopped.
You took that word.
Yeah.
And I just like, hold out for 30 days, see if they continue to get their money back. But I wanna keep it on the demolition bid.
Well, you just need to adjudicate it, just give them 30 days to see if they can get their money back, but they need to understand that you're gonna, at 30 days, it's
Mhm.
gonna proceed down.
Yeah.
That's what that really means.
Well, I know, I already called them, cause I have another property, just the same thing, and they ain't gonna do nothing with it. And, you know, there's no way that.
Is that property that you're referring to happen to be that property over there?
Post here. That was mine, you know, that was mine, that was the one I did it with, now it's her, you know. Cause the other properties, and, you know.
So what's your real intent? Is to
What
do?
what she's trying to do is trying to get it fixed back to standard.
I mean, what's your real intent? To get it repaired in
Live in the house.
30 days, 60 days, or?
Well, she wanted to have like 5-6 months, that's what she had, you know, to get it back in track, you know, because she'll, you know, if it's possible, if the city will give them like a permit to start working on it, she'll start doing it right away. But she don't wanna go ahead and invest money in it, and if it's just waste of money, because then the city will go ahead and destroy it out. So it'll be just a waste of money.
5 or 6 months, I mean, you're talking about in the 2020.
And they've been complaining
Well,
for a while.
if y'all will give us 3 months, you know, I'll help her with that as much as possible. Y'all consider, you know, to give us the money to work in the house, trying to get everything, you know, back in standard.
Okay, I'll make the motion for 3 months. But I mean.
That's unfair, you know,
You're
and
adjudicating, you're adjudicating,
Yeah,
give them 3 months.
3 months.
I appreciate that, you know.
Now, give me a clear understanding of what should be done within 3 months. I mean, what?
Say you can get it up and done.
Whatever standard we got.
But again, I would mention that they will need a quick claim, I mean, a deed of trust, more deed, something along those lines, as Mr. Esco
Okay.
said, before they can even get to.
See, that's where it comes along, where I talked to the clerk out here at, Nancy County. She said in a few years, it's like, it takes like a year or 2 for it to be in your name, you know? Even though you get a quick claim. So by then, you know, it'd be already turned around, it's just like it's long. Yeah, so you know, it takes, I mean, it's like, you know, we ain't got that much time, you know what I mean? So, it's like whenever we get a permit, they'll be just like it's long.
So they won't be able to get a warranty, cause it.
Give in the process.
Yeah, cause it takes 3 years, it's a taxi process.
Yeah, that's what, you know, like, it takes so long, and then if you're giving us 3 months, and which I appreciate that ain't gonna be long enough. If we get a permit now, then, yeah, we'll work on it, and get it back standard, and y'all can go ahead and look at it and see for yourself that, you know, cause I've done it before, I worked in my house, I lived in myself, I got my wife and kids in there, I got 4 kids, I mean, we live very good, you know, and then we show our house.
I guess the question is, what is it that you can improve over a period of 3 months?
Well,
as it relates to structural improvement, that would mean roof, floor,
right.
rooms. As it it relates to electrical and plumbing improvement. And I think that we're asking for some kind of visible improvement that can be seen.
Yes. Well, if it's gonna take for us to come here every month and show you the improvement of it, show you picture of it, well, we're gonna do it.
But what do you do about your building inspector said that he needs a warranty deed before he can even issue a permit, so what do we do about that? That's something that's in our policy, so he's asking.
The property has gone from one, you're right, it's gone from one quick claim deed in this case to the previous one, and so far back to the original owner, Ms. Williams. And Ms. Williams shows in the county records as the owner of the property. So we're, you see where I'm at?
Yeah.
I've,
She can come back in this third year and pay the taxes and get the
That's
property
correct.
back. So
That's
how
correct.
can we just
That's correct.
give the property at this point to them if she still has a chance of coming back and claiming her property?
That's correct.
Cause she has a three-year window.
Now, I asked about that.
I'm just saying.
I did ask about that, and they said that, she won't be able to do any of that because of the fact that she has to pay for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
that
that's
tax
what I'm saying,
on it.
but she
So
still has
already
that
got an
option. She has that option.
They said she can, I'm not sure if it's true or not, but they said that.
Well, the
she can-
redemption of 3 years, I think.
Yeah.
Once it,
2 years.
yeah, after that, she lost it, completely lost it, and, you know, they just, you know, whoever purchased it, they get it, you know, they'll go ahead and, you know, pay the taxes and all that.
Well, that would be a risk involved on their part. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
So I think if you're gonna do 3 months, you have to if you're gonna do 3 months, you should give them a permit though, so you can have an opportunity to do the work.
And I really appreciate that, because I mean, like, we're just trying to improve, you know, everybody wants to do better. You know, like the house that I got a few years ago, I fixed it up, I lived there with my family, well, and I fixed it up more with them, and now I sold it, now I live in a better house now. That's what I'm saying, so everybody's trying to live better, we're just trying to improve the house.
And from my standpoint, you understand where I'm going from. If I issue a building permit to Ms. Ramirez or to her husband, they don't actually have something that shows full ownership, full title to the property. So if the owner of record could come back and potentially claim it's hers.
And then we're taking the risk, you know, we're taking the risk. I mean, what she is, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you said that, but we're taking the risk because the owner come back on us and say, why is someone building a house on my property? Y'all gave him a permit.
That's correct.
Cause they put us in there.
And I have been in that situation before, actually.
I'm sure it turned out lovely.
Right.
Technically, it's not the original owner's property right now.
It's not.
But it's in limbo. Yeah. It's easy.
But, you know, we're gonna table this here,
Well, we were just asking, you know, the city has got to give at least 3 months, so we can work on it and see.
If y'all would've got a letter, where would you been in 3 months? If you weren't up here begging, you know, asking, if she wasn't here needing us to do
Right.
this, where would the house be done in 3 months, or would you still just be sitting there?
I promise you that, we'll be here every week, you know, like I was talking about football season. I start working on it completely, I cut the grass and all that, I cut the grass and all that. I'll work on it, you know, I'll get my hands dirty, work on it, but if it's, you know, waste of money, why should I even, you know, invest money on it? And nobody wants to lose money, you know, so, I'm just saying, if we get this made, then we'll work on it.
what's the process of doing, based on?
It's gonna be based upon our scale of the department shows it, the valuation fee.
So we'll pay for, if you want money inspected, we'll pay for whatever we got to do, you know, we just wanna get it back in standard, trying to give us a taste.
So that thing, so you would inspect whether or not it needs to be required?
I think the best option, if you pursue that, is to have Dante or somebody from our office go out and meet Mr. Cortez and Ms. Ramirez, whoever at the site, and let them review everything inside the building, make sure.
Let's do that. Let's table it until the next meeting and y'all get a chance to do that. And then come back and let us know whether it was.
But
The problem with that is
think
because money
it's
is
at
on
least
re-advertising.
adjudicated.
You gotta re-advertise. You gotta
Re-advertise.
process all over again.
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta re-advertise.
Yeah.
Right, so you
Why
got,
don't we just let them
that
get
year
it
window.
reviewed?
You got that year window. I'm just saying, you just, before we have to,
Window.
if you adjudicate it, you know.
For 3 months.
If you adjudicate, he's saying you got a year to go in and demolish it.
Right.
Once you
Okay.
adjudicate, you have a
Right.
year to
Yeah.
go in to demolish.
Okay.
Before you have to re-advertise again.
Before you read out, yeah.
Okay, good.
And just
So,
let them hash out whatever it is.
the other about the permit and stuff, that's
Yeah,
the
see
legal
if
deal.
we-
Okay, so
Is that the
we'll
motion?
adjudicate, that's the motion.
We have a second? All in favor? Motion carried.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Make sure you understand.
How about if you do understand,
Do
they
you understand what's
adjudicate
going on,
it, so they
right?
can come in and tear it down, you do understand that? It's been
Yeah, but I
adjudicated.
mean, we get a permit, am I y'all, or not, not yet?
Say what now?
So we could work on it in a way of like.
When you get
our
your,
work?
when you get the deed warranty, et cetera, when that's done, then we can get you permit. And after reviewing the house.
Thank you.
He's gonna, okay, meet you out there.
Right.
As relates to item 6F, consideration of repair for driveway at fire station number 1.
What now? What we-
Wait, I got you with your sidebar.
Yeah, we were important business.
Item 6F.
When, I said, go be one, I second that.
Hold on a second, we got a sidebar here.
We're on F.
Yeah.
I made the motion.
Consideration of repairs to driveway at fire station number 1 located at 333, 93 North Liberty Street.
So,
Second.
All in favor? Motion carried. Consideration of sponsorship of a July 4th. Huh?
F1.
Oh, yeah, F2.
F1 first.
F1.
F1, yeah, thanks. F1 has relevance to the appointment as recommended by Jimmy Smith, Director of the Department of Building.
No.
Only Jimmy's hiring the fire chief.
Oh, that's the fire chief. Yeah, sorry about that. The appointment of Kenneth Pierce as the fire chief effective July 1st.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carried. F2, for the relevance to the funding being paid by money orders as relates to our court.
Money order slash cashier's check.
Huh?
Cashier's check slash money order.
Cashier's check slash money order. All in favor? Motion carried.
Oh, yeah, I motion.
Sir?
We just,
Switching it. This one? Yeah. Yes,
yeah, we just.
Sidebar?
No.
No.
Crossbar?
Yes, crossbar.
Item G,
I make the motion for, the amount that I was given, $1,150.
Who second?
do we have a motion and a second? All in
So
favor?
we're doing how much?
$1,150.
Okay.
That's what the gospel
Who is we gonna give it to? We're gonna give it to a,
City.
I mean, no, what I'm saying, we're gonna give it to a corporation, or entity, or an individual.
It's some individuals that are preparing the gospel fest, like the music.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah, that's the point.
I wanna apply that question to the.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna submit an invoice.
Right, not to
You're
exceed.
approving it with an amount of $1,150.
We can give that money to.
Is this a free, is this,
You can't
will this,
give it to
will this be a free concert?
Yeah.
For the
City
city?
can give money
For the
to that.
city.
Yeah. If y'all want to sponsor the event, the city's gonna sponsor the event, it's the same issue.
Yeah, let's-
Okay, and so have we identified that, who we giving it to?
Yeah, well, not the one
No,
person.
we don't know.
I've been in, communications with Mr. John Woodard, as I stated yesterday. And so they have sound people, whoever the people were at the little festival that they had this past weekend,
we give it to the church.
they provided the
Juneteenth
music,
people.
Juneteenth sound people. Do you know what that was?
I know the individuals involved.
Right, that same individual.
So they gonna have to.
They're gonna
Yeah.
I just want We approved it, we didn't have no names.
Yeah.
I didn't see no names.
Yeah.
Basically, what we just did was earmark.
Earmark the money,
Very good.
they got some names.
But I want us to explain, that and put it out.
We all want to change the motion to earmark.
We are, he did.
That's pretty much what you're doing now.
Well, want to change it to earmark.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, change the word to earmark.
earmark, there.
Got three seconds. Item H, appointment of Kansas Public School Board.
Did we vote on it? Did we vote?
Yeah.
We just changed.
Do we vote?
You didn't vote on it? Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I just need the motion.
Sorry, just repeat.
Yeah,
your
just the motion.
Use the word earmark.
Consideration, we got to earmark $1,150 for the sponsorship of the July 4th Gospel Fest.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor? That's 3-4. Eric, Rodriguez, yes. Last one is your vote.
I'm against.
Is a yes, motion carried. Appointment to the Kansas Public School Board.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Mr. Planning or Lacey.
There's been a motion to appointments to Glenn Lacey to the Kansas Public School District.
Glenn Lacey?
Glenn.
Glenn.
Boy, you walking out. Did we have a second?
I second.
All in favor? Motion carried.
Does Glenn Lacey live here? Is he, we'd like to revisit, we'd like to revisit this. Yeah.
Item I, accept letter establishing special assessment and adopt resolution for Saturday cleaning for demolition and site clearing for the following properties A and B. What is that? Kim?
Those are the special assessments, letters, and resolutions. The one for the John prepared, the one on Alice Scott Drive is $418. The one on Terrell Lane, Evans Estate is $68.87.
Is that what they owe us?
Yes.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carried. Approve plans and authorization to file a request from Neil Schaefer to allow ceasefire to run fiber and tap into their existing fiber in consideration of waiver of fees along the following, 1, 2, and 3.
And that waiver of fees is, that's the permit fees, and the reason why we consider that is because this is for the fibers of the city. The lines are already there, they're already existing lines, and so what they're doing is just putting a little, adding a stitching into those 3 locations.
Okay.
So,
It's solely for our benefit, basically. It's-
Approving the plan and waiving the fee.
Yeah, it's a ceasefire contract that we just approved, for them to run the fiber. They already have existing lines down there.
what is it, so they get paid to do the, we have to absorb the costs. We get it through.
It's for our benefit.
So they're a giant company with billions of dollars.
It's so much of our request on our contract.
Okay.
I mean, we requested them to do that, because we didn't do a contract.
Do we have a motion?
So move.
Do we have a second? All in favor? Motion carried. Consideration of trial period between the Canton Arena Club, PCAC, and the City of Canton with the use of multi-purpose arena.
I had it on here, I was for it, but I know that yesterday there were some questions about, we were gonna let Kim look over this, and I think Arlen, you had some questions.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I think we're tabling it,
thanks.
unless Eric.
No.
Table.
Do we have a motion to table?
Motion.
Second, all in favor? Motion carried. Resolution 7L, adopt resolution of the Mayor and Board of Aldermen of the City of Kansas, Mississippi, accepting the lowest and best bid from 3 quotes for excavation on the Sad Park Splash Pad project. And the Parks and Recreation Department, where are the quotes and where is the best bid?
I don't have.
We had 3 companies that submitted quotes, Mayor. One was Nicholas and Sons Construction Incorporated. Their total bid, quote was $41,250 even. Second one is Johnson Dirt Works. Their bid was their quote was $45,325 even. The third one was Gainey Construction. Their total quote was $47,000 even.
So the lowest bid is $41,000. What company is that?
The lowest quote comes in from Nicholas and Sons Construction Incorporated, $41,250 even, of Canton,
They from
Mississippi.
Mississippi?
Yes, they are.
What is the pleasure of this board?
Accept the lowest.
Do we have a second? All in favor? Motion carried. Ordinance?
That went to executive session.
Yes,
Okay. Contracts, item 9N. Ratification of the contract documents and specifications with the South Park Splash Pad project.
Motion.
All in favor? Motion carried. Consent agenda?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carried. The chair will entertain a motion to go into determination of executive session. We have a motion.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carried. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.